Hello. At the end of our summer, I was a man with a plan. Now, it's the back end of autumn, I'm a man with half a plan. Watch this short video I uploaded some months ago where I laid out my plan, then meet me in the greenhouse for an update. Are you like me? I'm trying to grow some vegetables at home in buckets. There's a couple of potato plants. This one is Elvira and this one is Swift. Okay, so as you can see from the foliage on Elvira, it's ready to be harvested. This bucket is ready to be turned out, and I know there are potatoes in there because when I fill the sides of the bucket, I can fill the potatoes in there. This one here, this Swift, I could turn that out now and be confident of getting potatoes because again I can fill those in the bucket. So I could harvest these two buckets now, but I'm not going to. And I'm not going to for two reasons. Firstly, we don't need any potatoes indoors. We've got lots of potatoes indoors now. I've been turning out buckets and we're not going to need any potatoes indoors for quite some time. But secondly, I'm going to pull off a swindle. Or at least I think it's a swindle. I'm going to call these Christmas potatoes. Yeah, I'm growing these for Christmas. I'm just going to let the tops die off completely, and as we're in our last summer month here in the United Kingdom, I'm going to stand these where they can't get any more rain in them. They'll die off, they'll go through autumn and through winter, and near Christmas we'll turn these out and I'll call those Christmas potatoes. Hey, come on, that has got to be a swindle. By no stretch of the imagination are these Christmas potatoes. But hey, hold on, all's not lost. Shortly, you're going to see advertisements in the press and at sellers of seed potatoes that they'll sell you some potatoes that you can grow for Christmas. Hey, how about that? The growing season's nearly over, and they're going to sell you potatoes that you can plant now and you'll be harvesting them at Christmas. You've got to want to give that a shot. If you're new to gardening and you've enjoyed what you've done this year and you're thinking, hey, hold on, it's all over with until next year, is there anything I can grow? These advertisements are going to jump out of the page at you. Wow, we can grow our own potatoes for Christmas, harvest them at Christmas. Yeah, Charlotte, what a potato, class potato, we can grow potatoes for Christmas. Well, I think they're selling you a dream. I think that might be another swindle, as big as the one I'm trying to sell now. And I'll tell you why I think that. I've tried to grow these Christmas potatoes, plant them at the back end of summer, grow them through autumn and into winter. So we're talking about people who are growing vegetables to harvest near Christmas when your Christmas falls in midwinter. Your Christmas falls in midwinter and you're looking to harvest potatoes for your Christmas lunch. Let me tell you how these guys were grown, and then let me tell you why I think you're being sold a dream if you think you can grow potatoes for Christmas. Now, if you've done it, hey, come back and tell us you've done it. I'm open to learning. You know, send us comments, give us a link to one of your videos, we'll have a look at it. But I'll tell you why I think you're set up to fail trying to grow Christmas potatoes if your Christmas falls in winter. Let's have a look at these guys. These guys were planted in spring. Okay, traditionally plant potatoes in spring. What happens in spring? Well, hopefully you're not going to get a frost. Frost's behind you. And it's starting to warm up. Potatoes like that, starting to warm up. And at some point in spring, there'll be a spring equinox, where the days and nights are the same length, and following on shortly after that, the days get longer. So your potato plant gets more light, and as we move into summer, it gets more warmth. Exactly what the doctor ordered. It's getting warmer, it's getting lighter, great growing conditions for potatoes. That's how these will grow. Let's roll it on now. We're going to give these Christmas potatoes a go. So you're going to plant them now, back end of summer. You're going to grow them through autumn, into winter, then harvest them. Okay, so you pop them in and you'll probably get a good start, and your potatoes are growing and everything's looking hunky-dory, and then we reach the autumn equinox. Days and nights are the same lengths, but the days aren't getting longer, the nights are getting longer. Days are getting shorter, so we're starting to lose the light. Not only are we starting to lose the light, as we move through autumn and into winter, we start to lose the warmth. So the things that actually made these potatoes grow, warmth and light, we're going to lose both. It's going to be cold and it's going to be dark. Now okay, I can hear you say, yeah, well, I've got a greenhouse. Yeah, well, so have I. Well, put them in the greenhouse. Yeah, but it's still cold in there. Well, put a heater in there. What do you mean? Like spend some money to give these potatoes some warmth, to grow them through into Christmas? Yeah. And what about light? Well, put a light in there. Hey, hold on. There's a cost of living crisis. You've got a cold greenhouse, you're going to put a couple of potato plants in there, you're going to put some heat in there, you're going to put some light in there, and you're going to turn them out at Christmas, and you think you're going to get an half decent delivery. I couldn't pull it off. I couldn't pull it off. I think if you're trying to grow potatoes for Christmas, you're being sold a dream. If Christmas falls in the middle of winter, I really do. But hey, if you want to give it a go, by all means, give it a go. All I'm saying is, I couldn't do it, and everything's stacked against you, and you're going to spend some money, and you may get nothing in return, other than disappointment. So set your expectations low, and you won't be disappointed, basically. Or, if you've got some potatoes that are still in buckets that need harvested, you can pull that swindle off. Put them to one side, keep the rain out of the bucket, let it dry out. We'll turn these out round about Christmas time. Thanks for staying with me. Can you see the problem? These potatoes have started to grow again. Not the original seed potato. These are potatoes that the original seed potato produced. As you know, I didn't harvest them, I left them in here. They've now started to grow. This is Elvira, and this is Swift. Swift's looking okay so far, but it wouldn't surprise me if Swift goes the same way as Elvira. So what's causing this? Well, we're having a really warm autumn here so far at Homegrown Veg in the United Kingdom. It's a lovely day today. The temperatures haven't really started to tail off yet. So what we're expecting to happen was that the potatoes in the buckets, because the weather got colder and because it was dark and because we let these buckets dry out, those potatoes would just stay dormant. We're going to harvest them at Christmas. We're not going to harvest these guys at Christmas. I think we're going to turn this bucket out. Now I hear some of you saying, well, hey, why not let them grow on? Why not let these grow on? Well, because there's only another 8 or so weeks until Christmas, and these potatoes will never be a potato plant by then with potatoes on. They just wouldn't be, not in 8 weeks. And particularly as the nights are definitely now longer and the days shorter, and we're starting to cool down, but clearly we're not cooling down enough, and these potatoes are up for it. They're ready to go. But in 8 weeks or so they would never produce potatoes for Christmas. Never. So I think we'll take them now. Yeah, I think we'll take this bucket of Elvira now. Just let me get this bucket of Swift off the table, and we'll take this bucket of Elvira now. Right, how's your Christmas potatoes doing? Are they doing okay? Let's pop that into there. Yeah, it's Elvira. I think we maybe try and excavate these from the top, and then we'll turn the bucket out. See how that goes. Oh, there we go. No, that doesn't seem to be working. I'm just going to turn this bucket out. I'm not bothered if these get damaged or not. I wasn't really planning on doing anything with them. I'll tell you what, this is quite moist, this soil. They've been standing in here, look. They've been standing in here for quite a while. Perhaps there's a couple of leaks in the greenhouse. It's been dripping into the bucket. I don't know. Put them to one side. Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got here. In fact, if I can get rid of some of this soil, it'll make life that much easier, I think, in this tray, because I'm not too sure the capacity of this tray. So, man, well, it looks like we're going to get a half decent harvest, but they all look small, and they all look as though they're determined to grow. That looks like the remains of the original Elvira seed potato, so it's long gone. How's your Christmas potatoes doing? Are they doing okay? Well, how many weeks did I say we had to go? About 8. You think you'll get them across the finish line? I hope you do. I mean, I've never been able to do it. I've told you that before. I've always failed, and I've told you the reasons why I think I've failed. The weather cools down and the days get shorter. However, this year, the autumn has stayed quite warm, and as a consequence these potatoes have wanted to grow. I think that's our lot. I'll see if I can get you a better look at these when I get tidied up. Right, let's see what we've got here. Let's move all those over there. Take that rubbish out. Put this soil to the back. And let's see if we can give you a better look at these. Yeah. Every single one is one to have a go to the look of this. So I don't think we're going to get much out of this bucket. Are we? So I think Christmas potatoes bucket number 1, Elvira, failure. Would you agree? Failure. There are a few of these we will eat, but it's not my intention to grow any of them on. It's pointless. It's pointless. We're too far through the year now to be able to get any of these across the finish line as a potato plant. And it's far too early in the year, back end of October, to call these Christmas potatoes. That would be an even bigger swindle than the original swindle. I've tidied these potatoes up a little bit now. Taken all the chits off the sprouts. Shall we do a weigh-in? Yeah, let's do a weigh-in. We'll do a weigh-in. I'll just nip in and get the scales. Okay, let's see what we've got. Well, we've got £1 pound so far. We only put one in, didn't we? And these were those shop bought. Can you remember? Remember when I put the original video up? These potatoes were grown in Italy and imported into the United Kingdom. It's quite unusual. I think that's the reason I purchased them. Set some aside and grew them on. Yep, Elvira. Well, that's £1.5 pound. What do you think? I mean, if we turn this bucket out nearer Christmas and eat these potatoes at Christmas, yeah, Christmas potatoes maybe, maybe not, maybe still a swindle, whichever way you look at it. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.